Hi, this is Matt Hugg with ThinkNP.com, and today we have Joe Tumolo from JoeTumolo.com. And Joe, we know this is a series of videos we're doing because you have a lot of good things to say to our audience about how you do a small consultancy to nonprofits. And right now I want to talk about qualifying prospects.
Yes.
Because, you know, it's great to do all the thing we do and to get out there and you know, you're really excellent at whatever thing it is, right? But getting people, not only selling them on it, but selling the right people to use your services. So tell me, how do you do that? How's that work?
It's not easy.
Okay.
And I'm the eternal student, but I was fortunate enough to have somebody teach me early on in my practice how to get really good at qualifying people.
Right.
Right? And we can say in the fundraising space, obviously part of our job as fundraisers is to qualify donors.
Yep.
Right? Get that qualified caseload of 150 prospects, right?
Right.
So one of my favorite movies, sales movies, is Glengarry Glen Ross.
Okay.
Right? If you recall, Alec Baldwin was a sales manager, and he had a wonderful saying, ABC. Remember that?
Yep.
Always be closing.
That's an old sales saw from years gone by.
And I'm not saying I like that or would ever propose that in our world or in fundraising, but I change it to ABQ, always be qualifying. So I've created my little mantra, always be qualifying people. Now, you start out your business like I did, and you're really, I don't want to say desperate, but you're really hungry for work.
Yeah, right. So because you're enthusiastic, you know what you do is great. Just how do you get people to figure this out?
And it's tough because there's so much noise and so much competition, not just other consultants, because I do believe I have an abundance mentality. I think there's plenty of work out there. Right?
Well, but also though, there's this temptation of like, I'm desperate. I can, anybody, please use me.
If somebody expresses an interest, right, you're like, oh, right away, you're all over that person.
Right. Yeah. What is it? They have a wallet and a pulse. You're good, right?
Yeah. And on the one hand, yes, we need to kickstart our business. We need to bring business in the door. I learned that in the long run, we are better off qualifying people to make sure they're serious without the fear of them going away. Because you might say, boy, I had one on the line. I met with them. They said, I love your stuff. I love your approach. I sent them a proposal. The proposal looks great.
Yep.
Right? Let me get the board to approve it. And you're calling, you're constantly, the board meeting was canceled next month. Give me a call next month. Gee, everybody's on vacation, it's August, right? And then you're constantly chasing people. And I went through this early on. I'm like, you know what? This is probably never going to happen. I'm holding on to something that I think is going to happen.
Yeah, something's not working here. That it just isn't coming down,
And let me preface all this, or go back and say that people are well-intended.
Yeah.
They're under pressure to do a lot. They're really busy, and I'm not trying to make our prospective clients wrong at all.
And you don't want to be cynical about it because folks really are. I found, particularly working in nonprofits, people are pretty sincere about their interest in doing things.
At the same time, we need to be fiscally responsible business owners, right? And spending our time with the right people. And not just our time, but our emotional energy.
Yes.
So what does that do to our emotional energy when we're chasing somebody and we're getting nowhere and it's like, man, it drains your energy.
That's an excellent point.
Right?
Yeah,
Because we need to stay positive and present with the clients that we do have.
So how do you not get into this perpetually chasing people who really just aren't going to come through?
Constantly test them.
Okay.
Here are some simple things that I've done.
Okay. Let's
say you and I meet and you have an interest in doing business, or maybe we talk on the phone.
Right.
Even better yet, we talk on the phone initially, which I like to do. Start with a 15, 20-minute phone consultation.
Yep.
Before I go out there and meet with somebody, especially if it's more than an hour away, you know, that's almost the whole day. Getting there, spending the time coming back, use your time wisely. Test number one, can we just have a 30-minute phone conversation?
Right.
Now, if you balk at that, well, that's signal number one that maybe you're not serious.
Okay.
Test number two, are you late for the call? Do you change the appointment? Does your admin call me or email me and I can't get a hold of you?
Right.
I'm not saying that disqualifies you, but just a little signal in my head, okay, they were late for the appointment or they keep canceling the appointment.
So maybe what you're offering isn't a priority for them.
Right. That's really what this comes down to. Third thing I do is send a little questionnaire. Matt, before we meet, will you do me a favor? Can you spend 20 minutes filling out this little survey? Now the survey, it actually several things. It has a lot of background questions that'll save us time when we get together.
Sure.
How many total mailable records do you have? How much are you raising? You have 100% board giving. All things that we need to know.
Yeah.
That'll save us time, so we're not sitting here with our precious time. I'm not sitting here asking you these important but kind of mundane questions that you could just, or maybe your assistant can fill out for us, so we spend better quality time.
Sure.
The other thing it does, if I show up at that meeting and you have not filled out that questionnaire, that's signal number 3, or another signal that maybe you're really not serious about it.
Well, this reminds me of years gone by, the old Publishers Clearinghouse thing, which they still do today, right? But taking the stamps and moving them across onto the order form. It's that physicality, it's that time. If somebody takes the time to do that, they're more likely to mail that in. And if they're taking the time to engage a survey, they're more likely to work with you.
Get them to do something.
Yes.
The other thing, I've been working with a LinkedIn coach lately. It's really helped me beef up my LinkedIn strategy.
Okay.
And he taught me, this is related, he taught me to qualify people who are asking to connect with you through LinkedIn.
Right.
You don't know somebody. Well, my old way of doing it was the more people, the better. Well, I need to qualify people before, just like they should with me, before they become a connection.
Yeah.
Because that's my network.
Right.
And if you call me and say, do you know Mary Smith? And I say, I don't know who Mary Smith is. Well, she's connected on your LinkedIn. Where's your strategy, right?
Yeah.
Why is she part of your network?
Okay, that's interesting.
So what I started doing was, if Mary Smith, I don't know who she is, sends me an invitation to LinkedIn, I now email her back and say, Mary, thank you so much for the invitation. Have we met?
Fill out the survey.
No, but it is a survey. Have we met?
Yeah.
How can I help you?
Right. Right.
If they don't respond,
thanks, but no thanks.
delete, right?
Yeah.
They're not serious about LinkedIn.
Now, have you shed other LinkedIn people you've had?
Well, that was the next step that I'm in the process now of doing, is going back to all these. I have over 1,000 connections.
Sure.
Looking at people, I have no clue who they are, not in our business, just getting rid of them. They won't know, by the way.
Right.
They don't know that you're unfriending them or unlinking with them. Yeah. But why? So my point of all that, hopefully you give your audience a little gem about LinkedIn, but also about just constantly give people little things qualified. It could be asking somebody to meet you halfway. Prospect in Maryland, we're in Philadelphia. Hey, Matt, your stuff looks great. Let's get together. Okay.
Maybe
would you meet me halfway?
In Wilmington or something. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if they're like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying disqualify them, but it might be just a little signal that they're not serious.
Now, do you have a profile, a kind of a target profile that you like to?
I do.
And how do you develop that?
Well, first of all, I do highly recommend that everybody write out, what does my ideal client look like?
Exactly.
Now, I've been doing that for a long time, and I did that in the sales world.
Sure.
What I wasn't doing was defining what client meant. I was doing it by institution.
Okay.
So
as opposed to person.
Right. So I think it has to be both.
Okay.
Or maybe it could just be the person. So I used to do small college, independent school, hospital. They have at least 2,000 donors.
Right.
They've been fundraising for at least 10 years. All those things that had nothing to do with the person.
Yeah.
All important, right? But let's drill it down to, how do we qualify the person?
Yep.
Are they responsive?
Right.
Do they respond quickly? Do they cancel meetings? All the things we talked about. Will they take the time to do these little tests that I give them?
Okay.
Are they a collaborator?
So, do you get into things like the obvious things, like position and this whole thing about being decision maker and those kind of
yes.
things?
At the same time, I think you have to dig deeper. So it is, yes, it's a type of organization, and what that looks like. It's, am I working with a decision maker? Of course, right? Are they institutionally ready?
Okay.
Right? If it's plan giving, a lot of my qualifying is the board on board with plan giving? Right. Are they really ready to do this? I think everybody should be promoting plan giving, even if you just started your nonprofit, right? But are they willing to commit the time and resources? And do they have the donor base is another question, to pay me or to pay somebody to do that, right?
Sure.
But I really believe it's the personality of the individual that I would be working with.
Okay.
Are they accountable? Huge point. Are they willing to be accountable? Are they going to do the work they say they will do?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because our responsibility only goes so far. The client has to be willing to do the work and be accountable.
This is the lead the horse to water test.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Are they collaborative?
Yeah.
Are they so
Who
worried?
do they collaborate with? You?
With me,
Okay.
with their board,
All right.
with other people in the organization?
All right. Okay.
Are they afraid to ask for help, which is a big thing? And I'm not saying that's easy.
Now they've come to you already, so that's part of that. But
Right.
what else do you mean by afraid to ask for help?
Well, and I've had clients that well-intended, great people. I love
Sure.
all my clients. I really do. It sounds so funny. I love all my clients, but I do.
Yeah.
And people are just so busy. At the same time, if you're that busy, ask for help. So
Right.
ask your coworker, can you do this part of my job? Because I can't. I keep saying I want to build a major plan giving program, but I can't get to it, and we're paying this Tumolo guy all this money. Not a lot.
Lots of money.
Not a
Lots
lot.
of money.
It's very affordable, very cost effective. Paying this guy money to help us, and I'm not doing the work I'm supposed to be doing, and he's telling me
Right.
to do because I'm still stuck in all this other muck that I can't get out of.
Yep.
So ask for help. So it's all those personality profiles. Am I going to get along with the person? Right now, I've had to work really hard at being able to adapt my style.
Yeah, so actually, so that people will get along with you. I understand that.
Yeah,
I've
so-
known you long enough. No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
well, and we all do. There's one of my friends, Brian Saber,
Yeah.
a wonderful company called Asking Matters, where he's taken the personality profiles, Myers-Briggs and
Sure.
DISC, and simplified it in the fundraising space.
Yeah.
But what working with him has taught me is that I am an extroverted intuitive.
There you
And if I am working, if a client is analytic and introverted, I need to either decide, can I work with that type of person?
go. Right.
If I can't, then refer that person to somebody else.
Right.
If I think I can, then I need to adapt my style, knowing that working with an analytic, I need to be more thorough in my reports. There's going to be more detailed, so I have to work harder to be more detail-oriented with an analytic person. So my point with all this is it's not just the institution, it's not just am I working with a decision maker, but day in and day out, because we get excited, here's an opportunity,
Yep.
here's a big contract, I'm going to do whatever I can to get that, which I,
Yeah,
as an
we
old
all-
sales guy, fell into.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But as I get older, wiser, and more clients under my belt, it's like, no, is this the type of person that I can work with, that we can work well together?
Who can benefit from what you do? And that's huge. That you want to give value to them.
Absolutely.
And so that has to be ultimately the goal, is for you to find prospects to whom you can give value.
No doubt.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, Joe, this has been great. So you covered a lot of important stuff that I know our audience will really benefit from. Where do people find you?
Joe Tumolo, that's JoeTumolo.com.
Great.
Or my cell number is 610-653-7906.
Super. Hey, Joe, thank you so much for being with us. Folks, I hope you not only enjoyed this video, but look at the other ones that I've done here with Joe. We're covering a lot of interesting topics. So, this is Matt Hugg with Think NP. Have a great day.